Hello, my name is Danney Lee Williams. I am the son of former President Bill Clinton. All I want to do is shake my father's hand. So please help me get my message to my father by liking and sharing my videos. Thank you.
Today is Tuesday, October the 4th, 2016. And the man you just saw, as he said, was Danney Lee Williams, the 30 or 31-year-old alleged son of President Bill Clinton. Now, when you saw his face at the end, especially when the frame stopped, when the actual clip stopped, I mean, I saw Bill Clinton all day long. That's the kind of face he had when the whole Monica Lewinsky scandal broke. You know, that I did not have sexual relations. When that whole thing happened, that's the same kind of face that Bill Clinton had. You know, I think this guy will look even more like Bill Clinton if his mother was not black. Right? If he had a white mother, oh man, he'd be a spitting image. He looks like him now, in my humble opinion. And as I'm speaking, I have some of the pictures pop up occasionally that show how much Danney Lee Williams looks like Mr. William Jefferson Clinton. Right? And there's a whole big history behind this. This has been going on for many years. I remember Danney Lee Williams for years and years ago. He always seems to kind of pop up right around election time or just random periods of time where Bill Clinton becomes in the public eye. And you also hear from Jennifer Flowers, who Bill Clinton admitted to having an affair in court, right? For I think like 12 years. So you have a lot of allegations against Bill Clinton about his infidelity, about him being a philanderer, about him being a rapist, etc. Just like some people said on live TV.
Or maybe he didn't perform very well in some of his business endeavors. But I think one of the things that we really need to be looking at in this debate is that Bill Clinton is a rapist. Infowars.com. Bill Clinton's a rapist. Bill Clinton is a rapist.
All right.
Bill Clinton, rapist.
So he knew that he had a minute. That's how he wanted to use his time. We hear some clapping going around over here.
I've been waiting for this segment all morning long. We are rolling out the red carpet, not for Tucker, but for some adorable, adoptable dogs. Every year, the Best Friends Animal Society helps cats and dogs who are stuck in animal shelters find homes.
Bill Clinton is a rapist. We've got a very excitable young man behind us, not a Bill Clinton fan. He's a little bit upset, but that's okay. Everything is fine on Fox and Friends because we are surrounded by dogs. And if there's anything that calms the human heart, it's a canine.
So you got stuff like that going on about Bill Clinton, you know, accusations and allegations out there, but you also have some things that he admitted to, right? And at a certain point, you got to just add up all of the things that he has admitted to and the allegations and just kind of make your own mind up and just have an opinion. Not a fact, because you can't say that Danney Lee Williams is Mr. Bill Clinton's son without a DNA test. Speaking of a DNA test, there was a whole big kerfuffle about a DNA test that supposedly happened that disproved Danney Lee Williams as the son of Bill Clinton. But Danney Lee Williams, if you check his Facebook page, I think it's managed by some people that are professional. I'm not quite sure who is behind them, so I won't make that accusation like he has some kind of pack behind him or something like that. But I can kind of tell by the post that he has help, maybe. But I digress off that point. The whole point is that if you go to his Facebook page, he says that that DNA test was fraudulent and he wants a real DNA test to see what's going on. But I think that there's a different way to go about finding out if Danney Lee Williams is the son of Bill Clinton. I think there's another person out there, a daughter, and I'll place this picture that shows like a triptych of them, the daughter, Danney Lee Williams, and then Mr. Slick Willie in the center. And you can see how they all favor each other. And I think that if Danney Lee Williams gets a DNA test, you know, in conjunction with the daughter, if they do a test and then they compare it. Now, if you got the same thing going on, if you got half and half or something like that, if you can tell that their DNA is shared, then that lets you know that they got a common parent. Now, whether that's Bill Clinton or not, maybe it's just some kind of coincidence that some guy is going out here having children, illegitimate children that just happens to look just like Bill Clinton, and he produces children that look the same way. Matter of fact, look at this picture here of him and Chelsea. I mean, good night. Like if Danney Lee Williams had a white mother, I think that these two people will be like twins. They would be brother and sister. Like it wouldn't be a difference. There are some people that have very, very strong DNA to the point where their genes are so strong that you can't really tell whether they have different mothers or fathers. If one person has very strong genes, that's going to be passed down regardless of what. And I think that's going on here with Bill Clinton, with Slick Willie. You know, and the reason why this is important, the reason why it's a story, is because you got Hillary Clinton going around here trying to run a campaign on the fact that Donald Trump has said mean things about women, calling people like Rosie O'Donnell fat slobs, etc. And how the whole thing about Alicia Machado, called her Miss Piggy, and had her working out in front of cameras and stuff like that. Meanwhile, I've not heard about any kind of situation when Donald Trump had to go to court and testify that he had an affair with somebody for 12 years. Right. I've not heard about Donald Trump having any kids outside of wedlock. Now, he has had a lot of kids by different women, but he was married to women as far as I know. He doesn't have any kids that he does not take care of. There are no kids around here saying that I'm Donald Trump's son or daughter and he doesn't take care of me. I want to shake his hand. Ain't none of that going on. So if Hillary wants to go there talking about how he treats women, then I think she needs to clean her own backyard up first and make sure that Bill Clinton keep his Slick Willie in his pants. But I digress. So that's the whole point here, that if you want to talk about dealing with women and stuff like that, then they need to check their own backyard, make sure it's clean first before they try to go after Donald Trump. So that's pretty much all I got for this story. You know, I think that Danney Lee Williams may just be Bill Clinton's son. And I think that a DNA test is most certainly in order. And if we're not going to go there talking about children, talking about women, you know, talking about alleged prostitutes that Bill Clinton had sex with in the 80s, unprotected, and produced illegitimate children, then I think Hillary Clinton needs to back off Donald Trump talking about Alicia Machado and people like that. You know, because you can't have it both ways. You can't have a campaign against somebody based upon how they treat women. Meanwhile, you got your husband out here having interns under the desk, you know, giving them oral sex, ejaculating on their actual clothing, fathering children illegitimately, not taking care of the children, not acknowledging the children, having affairs with women, all kind of stuff. And this has been a consistent pattern of behavior for years and years and years. You can't have it both ways here. Like I said in an earlier video, Bill Clinton does say some good things occasionally. You know, I'm not necessarily even a Bill Clinton hater 100% of the time. However, he has a very soiled past and a soiled few recent years that he has to atone for if Hillary is going to try to come out here and attack Donald Trump based upon his past, right? And I know Bill Clinton's not running, but Bill Clinton sure is campaigning for Hillary Clinton, and Bill Clinton sure is a name that Hillary Clinton seems to invoke a lot, talking about, oh, the 90s were great under my husband. Okay, but what about all the women that he is, you know, allegedly abused? What about this boy, well, this man now, 31-year-old Danney Lee Williams? Is that Bill Clinton's son or not? So what do you think? Do you think it's a non-story? Do you think that this is kind of like tabloid material, that this person, Danney Lee Williams, is not in any kind of way, he can't possibly be Bill Clinton's son? Or do you think that there's something to this story, that Danney Lee Williams could be Bill Clinton's son? Again, I'll close with this picture here of them together, side by side. You make your own mind up. You know, is this person Bill Clinton's son, or is he not, in your opinion? Because right now, all we can say is our opinion. And Danney Lee Williams has been in the public eye for a long time. And just like Mr. Williams said, I've not heard Bill Clinton outright say that he is not his son. I've never really heard that, you know, and that's usually a signal of somebody protecting themselves legally, because if it ever gets brought to court somehow that they obtain DNA and that it's proven that he is his son, they can go back to that and bring it up. And then they can say, well, you lied right here. And then that can complicate things legally. So they're not going to sit there and say that he is not Bill Clinton's son, because I don't think Bill Clinton even really knows. So whatever your comments are, let me know in the comments below. And that's all I got to say for this video. If you like what you heard, please comment, rate, share, and subscribe. Peace.